Okay, welcome to our class on natural facelifts. And I'm excited about this because I think we're going to cover a lot of things. Obviously, we're going to cover like what you want to know, like how do I do the things to be perfect? Not perfect. No one's perfect, but beautiful. And so we're going to cover all that, but we're going to cover some whys first. So with that, why natural? So you guys on this call may know this already, but your skin is your largest organ. So anything you put on your skin goes directly into your bloodstream without filter. So it's really, really important that we have some conscientiousness on what we put on our skin. And sadly, most of the skincare is horribly toxic because our skincare cosmetics industry is not regulated as we would like it to be. Or maybe it is regulated, we just don't have enough education on why we might not want to use some of the things that are put in our skincare. So in the United States, there has been no chemical banned from our skincare, and I think since the around 86, I think it was in the 80s. And we have a whopping total of 11 chemicals that are banned in the States, over 3,000 that are banned in Europe, just to give you a comparison. So we really need to know what we're putting on our skin. And why is because the chemicals in cosmetics are linked to all kinds of horrible things like thyroid issues, infertility, cancer, skin rashes, which is crazy because that's not why we'd be using them, breathing issues like asthma, headaches, joint pain, brain fog, and the list goes on. We won't stick on the depressing stuff, but so we need to know better so we can do better. So what are the signs of aging? You want to talk about this, Laura?
Sure thing. So I used to think that just wrinkles were the sign of aging. And then I went to a presentation at beauty school with Young Living, and they pointed out that there are many signs of aging on our face. There's sagging, there's wrinkles, there's discoloration where you get the different spots on your skin, not freckles like I have. There's a roughening of the skin that can happen, a thinning of the skin. You know, think of a baby's skin. It's really plump, and even if they get, you know, wrinkly here and there, they don't look like they're old. And it's because they have that plump, amazing skin. Crepey skin is something that a lot of us struggle with. And not to mention dryness and the cracks that happen, you know, like around your lips and here and there. So there's a lot to consider when we're thinking about how our skin is doing as we age.
All right, so why do all of these things happen to us? So over time, our body oxidizes just like a piece of metal out in the open air. That's what happens is over time, oxygen, which we need to live, does oxidize our body, which ages our body. Other things that are huge impacts to our face, especially our facial skin, but really everywhere, is hormone depletion, sleep deprivation, and of course, toxic exposure, which is what we were just talking about. So let's go through all of those and talk about what we can do. Lori, you want to add to that?
Yeah, just that the normal processes in your body cause this oxidation. But if you've ever had that, if you ever smelled that aroma that some old people have, that sort of no amount of deodorant will get rid of, what that is cellular rot, and that's a sign of aging. And then, of course, we ask ourselves with the hormones, do we lose our hormones because we age, or do we age because we lose our hormones? And we're going to go into that more a little bit later. And then you all know how you feel when you're sleep deprived, and it can become this whole vicious cycle. And of course, the toxins that a generation ago people were not exposed to, but now we've got 84,000, not a made up number. And like Allie was saying, they're in absolutely everything. So yes, next.
So let's talk about solutions. So we all have heard the word antioxidant, and that's what helps with oxidation, right? Reversing oxidation. So we know that we have just such amazing tools with Young Living when it comes to reversing oxidation. And obviously our beloved Ningxia Red is so amazing with that. That's the whole reason it was developed in the first place, is because Gary was very curious about why there were these concentrations of centenarians, people living over 100 years old. And what he found in the Ningxia province of China is that these centenarians, the one thing they all had in common is that they all ate that Ningxia wolfberry every day. And that's why we have our Ningxia red, which is also infused with citrus oils, which are antioxidant. And obviously citrus oils on their own have such amazing benefits. So those two things together are just awesome. And then longevity is a blend with the highest antioxidant oils in it. And if you know anything about Young Living, you might not if you're new to this, but we have a supplement called a longevity capsule. And we also have a longevity blend, which is the oil, which can be put in a capsule or diffused or applied topically, all the things. And then there's a recording here that I really like this recording. It's the science behind Ningxia red and why the elements are put in Ningxia red. And then we end it with a bunch of stories of how people have had just amazing success with Ningxia. So feel free to use that QR code that takes you to that little YouTube after the call. All right.
Yeah, I want to say something about Ningxia red. So that's the most nutrient dense food on the planet. And it is the nutrition. That's the thing that fixes the cellular damage. And if you look at the charts, I don't have any in front of me, but if you look at the charts on the antioxidant scale, it is so far and so high above nearly any other food that there's just really no comparison. So when it comes to absolutely anything, be it I want to age well and I don't want my face to fall apart and I want to feel good and I want my joints to anything, you've got to start with the nutrition. And Ningxia red fills in the holes unless you're going to go eat 1,000 bowls of blueberries and 100 bowls of carrots, and I could go on. Unless you're going to do that, Ningxia red is just a really easy one-stop shop to take care of your skin.
Do you want to kick this one off, Laura?
Sure. Hormones. Okay. Like we mentioned before, the question is, do we age because we lose our hormones, or do we lose our hormones because we age? And of course, the answer is yes. It's a cycle. Either it's a beautiful cycle or it's a vicious cycle. And I've recently become obsessed, I guess, as you say, because I'm pushing. And all of a sudden, things aren't the way they used to be. And of course, when you look at our hormones in this country, because of the toxins that we've talked about, all of our endocrine systems are not what they could have been because of these 84,000 chemicals. And most of us are estrogen dominant. In fact, with men, estrogen dominance is now a thing. And hormones are so complicated, or can be so complex, that I'm not going to get into all of it, but just know that we have all of the resources that have fixed my hormones and so many people that I know. I went to the endocrinologist actually, and I told her all of my symptoms, and I was angry all the time, and I was losing my hair, and I was aging, and she said, well, let's check your hormones, gave me an $1,800 blood test, and then came back with you're fine. And I'm like, I'm not fine. This is what not fine looks like. Well, I dug into the Young Living, and I found that Progessence Plus is, I'm just going to say, needed by every woman over the age of 2 years old. I'm not sure, because we are so estrogen dominant. But it is also possible to be estrogen dominant and estrogen deficient. And that's another topic that you can click that QR code and take the deep dive on. But that's why we need clary sage and blends that have clary sage in them, like Femigen. I'm a big fan of Femigen. And then I learned from Allie about a study that Dr. Purser did with Master Formula. What was that study, Allie?
Okay, I have to look back at my notes on that, but he did a study of actually Young Living members, and he wanted to see, there was a, he tested all of their hormones, and he wanted to see how many of them had messed up hormones. Okay. And he took 4,000 women, he tested them all, and 1,000 of them he selected for this study. He had them take Master Formula. So every one of those 1,000, their hormones were out of whack. Okay. And his theory was that they had mineral and vitamin deficiencies. And he felt that Master Formula is such a good real food supplement, what's the word I'm looking for, a multivitamin, that this might help them. So he wanted to see, it was a supposition. And so he took those 1,000 women and he had them take Master Formula, 1 blister package every single day. And then he tested them again. And 80% of those 1,000 women, hormones went into normal range. And then he said, okay, I think you can go to 2 or 3 days a week of Master Formula now that we have you in check, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool study. Okay, moving on. Sleep deprivation. Yes.
Y'all sleep, right? Go ahead, Allie.
I mean, we talked about this all the time. I mean, I don't know about you guys, and Lori has way more children than I have. I only have 2 children, but I'm the one who, when I was a child, my mother is a night owl. I'm not. I'm a morning person. And I would put myself to bed by myself because I was tired. If I went to a sleepover, I was like, can you guys please like hush? I need to go to sleep now. Like, I need my sleep. So when I had my children, it pretty much scarred me for like 10 years. Like this, and they slept pretty well. They were actually really good sleepers, but like it legit scarred me. Like every time I would go on a vacation, what do you want me to do? Sleep. I just want to sleep. But it's real. I mean, this is like, I run hard and fast all day long. So I really need good sleep. And so what Lori and I were talking about earlier is that we have so many options with Young Living that help us, things like cedarwood that helps your body produce its own melatonin, and vetiver, which is just so calming. We have all these options. So we just named just a few favorites here, like literally just like touching the surface here. But the moral of the story is find your favorite. And you might have to experiment for a little bit. You will find something that will work so well for you. My actual personal favorite is a combination of vetiver and cedarwood. I put them in a roller bottle together. I keep it on my nightstand. If my husband wakes me up in the middle of the night, or if I wake up and my brain is going, I just roll it on and go back to sleep. It really is kind of magical for me personally. That's my fave. I have other friends who Rutavala is their fave, or Release is a really good one for sleep for a lot of people. If you've got a lot of stuff in your mind that's emotionally, especially draining. What do you think, Laura?
I love Sleepy Eyes and Sleep Essence. It's like being fed without the commitment. It's like I take and out. And I also love the Freedom Sleep and Release Kit. When that comes back, don't ask questions, just grab it and trust me on that one. And it resolves a lot of things in addition to just helping you sleep. Yeah. But sleep is so important. You can feel it in your skin. Yeah. Because when you sleep is when your skin is regenerating, and when your liver is regenerating, and when all of your body is fixing itself, it's repairing itself. And that's what happens with our body, is that we get the cellular damage, but it doesn't get repaired. So
just a couple of other favorites I'm just going to list really fast, especially when I'm traveling. I love ImmuPro, which is a chewable. It has these special mushrooms in it with some melatonin, really good. And I also love the Kid Sense Unwind. Like they've reformulated that one. I really like it. I keep that in my nightstand, and I sometimes if I'm really like got a lot going on, I'll just throw a packet in my mouth. So good. It tastes yummy too. Okay, let's talk about reducing the toxins. If you have not seen the movie Stink, go watch it and make your friends watch it. It's so good. It's so eye-opening and covers a lot of the stuff that we have already talked about. So good. But Young Living we have the easy button for reducing toxins. We really do. The vast majority of toxins that you're exposed to are in your own home, especially if you're a woman and you spend a lot of time at home. I know I work from home. I'm here most of the time. So it's just so easy. I also, just a heads up, the Thieves Starter Bundle with everything you need, you can put that on loyalty now and buy that for yourself. It's not just for new members. So that's what I've been doing now, is I'll buy that every few months and just replace all the things that I run out of. I love our products. There's one product I don't love in the cleaning range, and that is our dishwasher powder. Don't love it. But what I do is I use 3 drops. I learned this from Amanda, of the dish soap in my dishwasher, and it works amazing, and it's so inexpensive. So FYI, everything is so concentrated with us. So obviously, we're going to talk about skincare next. Don't worry, it's coming. And you guys know, but just stop with the candles already. They're horrible for you. Just stop.
We were talking earlier about what's wrong with all of us is really only three things. It's nutritional deficiency, chemical toxicity, and unresolved injury, be it emotional or physical. So Young Living is the perfect company that addresses all of those areas. And let me just say, we're not to testimonies yet, but if you pay attention to some people who have worked for like skincare companies and all of that, you pay attention to what happens to people who have been in those companies for a lot of years and what their skin looks like. And then you pay attention to people in Young Living. And when they start hanging, right, and they start oiling up, they start glowing, their skin changes, they age backwards. And that's what we're all looking for. And so that's why, because of these things we're talking about.
So true. All right, now the depressing part, the things to look for. All right, so synthetic colors, triclosan, which is a topical antibiotic that you find in hand soaps, deodorants, toothpaste, household cleaners, yuck, destroys your microbiome in your body, just kills all the good bacteria before you even leave the sink, not good. Toluene, I think it's toluene. I'm not exactly sure how you say that one, but that's in like your color things. So things with hair color or like bleach type of things. Fragrance, which we know is just the dumping ground for all of the chemicals because it's protected by trademark law. So please just stop buying things with fragrance. If there's one thing on this list you could do, that is it. In fact, formaldehyde is hiding in the word fragrance. So, I mean, think about that. Do you really want to be breathing in and applying formaldehyde to your body? By the way, most dishwashing soaps have formaldehyde in them. And then you eat off of, oh, so bad. All right, sodium lauryl, sodium lauryl sulfate. These are your foaming agents that make things foam, like your shampoo, your body wash. I don't know why they put it in mascara. Maybe to make it fluffy would make sense. Acne treatments, detergents, propylene glycol, which is found in moisturizers, sunscreen, makeup, hair care, mouthwash, deodorant, and ointments, not good for us. And then parabens, which many of you have heard of, are found in just a ton of skincare products. So cosmetic industry, again, is just the wild west of chemicals. And I mean, I'm sure the Wild West was fun, but you know, that's not what we want in our products. Okay, so let's talk about Botox because we're here talking about face wrinkles and all the things. And I know Botox is all the rage and things like Botox, but this is literally like botulism that we're injecting into our body, a chemical neurotoxin. So there's so many adverse reactions to it: pain, infection, inflammation, tenderness, swelling, arrhythmia, that's serious, bleeding, bruising, severe headaches, confusion, slurred speech, no thanks, arm or leg weakness, trouble walking. For wrinkles, y'all, loss of coordination, feeling unsteady, very stiff muscles, high fever, profuse sweating, or tremors. Y'all, seriously, it's not worth it. And it can trigger permanent facial expressions. And can I just say, like, I would like to see what you're feeling on your face. Like, I know some people don't like that, but like, I like to see someone's expressions. I'm like, I just like, the blank face is really hard for me. I just got to say. And it can really weaken your muscles so that if you decide you're like, oh, my face is too frozen, I don't really like it that way, like it may stay that way. That's what I mean. People have issues sometimes getting those muscles back, so much so that it can even affect your swallowing and your breathing, y'all. Not good. Not good. So anyway, there is a better way. And we're going to talk about the better way. Okay, so this has been like, I don't even know who came up with this term, maybe Kari, but I love this Boho Botox. So this is like the bohemian way to get your not toxic Botox. And so I actually been doing a challenge with our team this month globally on this challenge. And so everyone is doing CBD Beauty Boost and longevity, either oil in a capsule or longevity capsules, depending on where they are in the world, if they are vegetarian or not. And then the option to have our collagen. And I'm going to show you some results in a minute, but if you've not used a CBD Beauty Boost yet, like y'all are missing out. It is just stunning. It is just, there is something so special about it. Obviously, we know Rose is so special. Our CBD is so beautiful, completely non-toxic CBD without the THC. tamanu oil, grapeseed oil. There's some other benefits in that blend as well. But, and by the way, I like to spike mine with some blue tansy. I don't know why. I'm just super drawn to blue tansy. So I throw in some blue tansy in there too. It's optional. You don't have to have it. I also find that if I put the blue tansy in it, I'm less likely to put it under my tongue thinking it's the other CBD. So I say, oh, this is the blue one. That one's for my face. So it's another trick. And then the longevity, a lot of people are taking 8 drops of longevity, either twice a day or once a day. And so this is kind of the formula for the Boho Botox. You're going to be putting a facial serum on your face or a lotion anyway. So this is a great option for you. I only need 5 to 7 drops is enough for me. So this CBD Booty Boost lasts a really long time for me. So when you look at, don't get sticker shock because this lasts a really long time. And then the longevity is just a great, it is literally the highest antioxidant oil. So what it's doing is it is flooding your body with antioxidants to help reverse the aging process, and the results are amazing. And it's not just just think about it. Your skin is a reflection of your whole body. So what you're seeing on your skin is happening to the rest of your body as well, which is, in fact, I had someone in our little Boho Botox chat, we have a side chat for it, that said, is it possible that like this could be making me lose weight? Because I've lost a lot of weight since I started this. So I thought that was really cool. All right, so here's some before and after photos. These are all around 2 weeks, 10 days, 12 weeks. So this is 2 weeks. Look at the difference in the skin tone and the wrinkles on the head. It's just huge here. So this is before and after. And then, Lori, do you want to say something?
I was just in your amen pew. I was just like, yes. And you notice it's not just the wrinkles, it's the texture, it's the thickness, it's the saggy, it's the tautness. It's
Look around. I don't know if you can see my arrow. Can you see my arrow, Laura? But look at that, like right where she's making the same expression, but look, this is different here on this side. It's unbelievable. This is 2 weeks, y'all, 2 weeks. And then this is Anna here. So look at the difference in the coloration. I mean, this is in 10 days, y'all. That's insane. Huge difference in skin tone. And she said, she did mention in her, when she shared this, that the lighting was a little different in the room. So you can see she looks a little tanner here, but it's winter in South Africa. So she's not getting a tan right now. She just was, different lighting. And then this one is actually reversed here. So this is the after, and this is the before, just FYI, but look here and look at her neck. Isn't that unbelievable? Like this is before, or this is, oh no, wait, hold on. Yeah. Before and after, look at that. It's just unbelievable. This is before, this is after. It's like her skin looks tighter there. It's really amazing. Okay. So that is the Boho Botox, but we have lots of options, y'all. Doesn't stop there. Yeah, so easy button. And by the way, you can do Boho Botox forever. Like that is my everyday face serum. It doesn't have to be short term. We're just doing it as a challenge to be fun for our team. So everyone's kind of doing it together and watching the changes in their skin. Do you want to talk about some of our other lines, Laura?
Okay, so the art program was designed to go together, and the Bloom program was designed to go together. But being a glutton who cannot handle just one thing, if I find something, a little is good, more is better is always just my natural response to things. So I love the Bloom. I mentioned I'm going to be 55, so I love the Bloom cleanser, and then I love the Bloom hyaluronic acid. I can't think of the name, I've lost it, but also the Art Renewal Serum. It's like my crack filler. When you put it on, you can see the plumpness, and I put it right over my lips. I don't even worry about it. And then on top of that, the old Sheer LeMay product, which is now the Bloom moisturizing cream, is just amazing on top of that. And I do the Boho Botox, but I know that I shouldn't be obsessed with looking young, but I don't want to go gentle into that good night. I don't want to look 80 when I'm in my 50s. I want to look 30 in my 50s. And Young Living has been really super helpful with that. So we've got different lines for different things. The charcoal soap has patchouli in it. And I'll tell you that patchouli is a game changer when it comes to the texture of your skin. Like, Young Living has thought of absolutely everything. The Balance line is for younger skin or oily skin. So you find what's right for you and you'll never go back.
So let's talk about some DIY, because not everyone in the world has access to all of our products, or maybe you're on a budget and you really just want to make your dollar stretch. And it's just, that's an area that you want to try to DIY yourself. By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I just got those Kona oils. Many of those oils are in the Kona giveaway. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So there are my favorite bases to make my own serum, which, by the way, I used to be obsessed with lotions. Like, that's all I used growing up. But when I moved from a lotion to a serum, I just really prefer a serum now. Just my personal preference. That's what I like. It absorbs really well into my skin, and I don't get like I don't know. I do use a lotion. I use that Sheer Lame sometimes on top of my Beauty Boost at night. And in the morning, my face, like, I feel like I need to wash my face straight away. I don't know why I get that sensation. But with jojoba and argan oil, so I still get pimples. So jojoba oil is my favorite, but I do use argan oil around my eyes, and I make a little eye roller with like pretty much everything on this page. And I make it half the bottle of all the luxurious oils, and then I fill the rest with argan oil. So it's like 50-50 dilution. And I use that, just an old roller bottle around my eyes, just to DIY. I literally use them all because I have them, and why not use them? And they smell amazing. But really, this is to your preference. And these are just the top oils for aging skin. So this is what you want to go to if you are looking for, obviously, we're talking more about wrinkles right now and texture and aging skin. These are amazing. Anything you want to add here?
Sorry, thought you were done. Keep talking.
No, I was saying, anything you want to add is what I said.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for specific, I could spend a lot of time talking about all of these oils, but let me just land on frankincense for a minute. My husband had a couple of spots, which shall remain nameless, on his face, and we got busy with the frankincense. And by busy, I mean 5-10 times a day we were putting the frankincense on it, and they fell off. Don't know what they are, not climbing anything, but they went off. But the side effect was there's no wrinkles. My husband is in his 60s. There's no wrinkles under that. I'm like, oh. Yeah. So keep that roller bottle in your pocket, sis, and you just go after.
Give that an amen for sure. All right, let's see. All right, so we talked about oils. Let's talk about supplements just overall that are really good for reversing the aging process. If you've never heard of Sulfurzyme, by the way, it's a freebie in the States this month. I just have mine that I just got. Yay. This is really just a game changer product for just all the things: joints, skin, hair, nails, sensitivities to foods, like everything. This is a game changer. So this is something that I use every single morning in my drink. Love it. I give it to my dog every day. She's got skin issues, and it has made a huge impact on her skin. Just open a capsule and put it on her food every day. Doesn't really have a flavor. She eats it, no ish. Anyway, I love Sulfurzyme. Obviously the Inner Beauty Collagen. Yeah, go ahead, Flor.
Sulfurzyme. So skin issues are often related to your liver if you look at how the organs are paired. So skin issue equals liver issue, and Sulfurzyme is the most amazing thing for your liver, unless you count Ningxia Red. So the two of them together are amazing. Back to you with the collagen.
Yeah, Inner Beauty Collagen. I mean, that is what it was made for, was hair, skin, nails. Fun fact is that when you take the outside of a fish, like the skin, the scales, that is good for our skin, which hopefully is not scales, right? And if you look at type 2 collagen, that comes from the inside of bones. And that is best for our inside of our bones. Just saying, our collagen is the way it is for a reason. And most collagen that you buy is just a mix of all the collagens. And so this is very targeted for skin, hair, and nails. I mean, it obviously has beautiful benefits also to the lining of your gut as well. But that is what it's focused on. Golden turmeric is just, we know turmeric is just so good for all the things. By the way, it tastes great too. I love our turmeric. It is not like drinking like Indian food. It has a sweet mango, natural mango flavor in it. It tastes so good. We've talked about Ningxia Red. We've talked about Master Formula. Super B vitamins are so, so crucial. Something interesting about B is that your body depletes all of its B every day. So it is something you really have to replenish. And so if you're not getting, like, being very focused on the B that you're getting in your food, which is difficult to get enough B from our foods these days, really look at supplementing your B. It's really important. And then Omega Gize, which apparently is going to be having a refresh this year, is, stay tuned, but it is one of the things that I do take every day. And I used to have some scalp issues, and Omega Gize fixed that for me. So cool. Lori, do you want to add anything there?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So that is what we had to share today. So I'm going to stop the share and stop the recording, and then we can open it up to stories and questions.